Are you sick of paying taxes? I have great news for you. The Business Spendthrift Trust is legal. It's in the IRS tax code 643B. So few people have ever heard of this. I want to do these videos so they can learn about it. It comes from England way back when King Henry VIII, that famous king who chopped off his wives' heads, started the Church of England so he could divorce them. What a neat guy. He went to go tax the lords and ladies of England, and they went back to the 12th century of the Magna Carta and said, "Oh, no, 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 King Henry VIII, you can't do this. It's contract law that came to the colonies while we were still part of England." The law firm I work on behalf of inherited a trust that's going to turn 365 years old in 2026. The United States is only turning 250 years old. Our current tax structure that we're under went into effect February of 1913. The super rich families of 1913, the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, the Carnegies, and the Kennedys, made sure they could save taxes. Well, if they can save taxes, we can save taxes. Hi, my name is Sally Gimmon, and I'm the owner of www.thetrustisyou.com. I want to teach as many people how to save taxes because back on April 4th of 2020, my CPA called me to say congratulations. He actually congratulated me. He said I made so much money in 2024, I'm sorry, 1999. My tax bracket went from 22% to 24%, and all of a sudden I owed $94,000 in taxes. It's the middle of COVID. Everything I was doing for real estate shut down. We were doing bank owned properties. We had to talk to the banks. We had to go to the courthouses, do research. Everything shut down. His solution was set up an appointment with him, get on a payment plan, pay interest and penalties. Not my solution. I went to bed crying that night because I didn't have an extra $44,000. I had $50,000 saved. And a fantastic book to read, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. I wake up on April 5th. I knew I was going to contact my friends whose husband did HELOCs on paid off townhouses. And I had read an article about the Rockefellers Spendthrift Trust. It's called The Office. It's 7 generations old and has over 400 people under the same EIN or employee identification number, and each individual family files a separate 1041 tax return. That's the key. You're going to file a 1041 tax return. The law firm I work on behalf of, where I got both my business and beneficial trusts in September of 2000, I became an affiliate. Actually, I became an affiliate of the gentleman who sold me the trust, and I started teaching a mastermind in my real estate group in Phoenix. For 18 months, I was teaching other investors how to stop paying capital gains when you sell something at a profit, how to stop paying interest income taxes if you're a passive investor, how to stop paying dividend income taxes if you're in the stock market, how to stop rental income taxes if you have real estate, and how to stop paying royalty income taxes if you have talent or NFTs. That's the beneficial trust. The business trust I sell more of because there's more business owners out there, entrepreneurs, self-employed, and also professionals who are making great money and who want to stop paying federal and state income taxes. I don't care how you file. There's 4 ways to file. Single's the most expensive way. Then there's head of household. You're divorced with children living with you who are 18 or younger. Married filing separately. And then the cheapest way is married filing jointly. Ladies and gentlemen, free information for you. On January 1st of 2025, quietly, the IRS changed married filing separately to match single from 10% all the way up to 35%. 37%, it's cheaper. But if you're married, do yourselves a favor and file jointly. You're going to save so much more in taxes. Married people always get better rates. And I don't care where you live in the United States, that you will say, if you make $100,000 a year, you will save 5 figures in taxes. Now, several states don't have state income taxes. Nevada, Texas, Delaware, and Florida, South Dakota, and Tennessee, I think. And I'm missing one. I forgot the last one. That's okay. You still make $100,000 in 1099 income. I can help you save taxes. I cannot help W-2 income earners. But Google says 35% of W-2 income earners have a side hustle. If your side hustle is usually paid in 1099 income. For me, I was working as a Medicare broker, and I had wholesale 4 bank-owned properties when I got fired. Yeah, I actually got fired. I was working as a Medicare broker. We were doing a special campaign in Texas. I had talked to somebody. She was turning 65. Her birthday was in August, so she had 3 months before and 3 months after August to do this. So it was November. She had to do it by November 30th. When she calls me back, it's because she needed to start her Medicare. I said, has anything changed? And she goes, oh, I moved 4 miles. I'm like, let me update your address. She moved to New Mexico. I'm licensed in New Mexico, but we don't have the product we're selling in New Mexico. I told her there's a change. Here's the information. I let my manager know, hey, this is what happened. He comes over to me and goes, did you issue the policy? I said, no. That's all he asked. 4 days later, she calls me back, issues her policy. He's not at his desk, so I sent him a message saying, I sold the policy. I'm licensed in New Mexico. Now, my manager, no offense to him, but he was a defensive player, an NFL defensive player. Huge, 6'6", 350 pounds. He comes over, he's standing at my desk with his arms folded. I'm like, oh boy, I'm in trouble. When I got off the phone with another client, he says, I have to talk to you and I have to apologize. We have to fire you because you did not sell the product we were trying to do in Texas. I'm like, I know. She lived in New Mexico. I'm licensed in New Mexico. And he goes, that's not what you were supposed to do. Talk about a crazy Frankenstein situation. Next day, I wholesaled another bank-owned property and made $8,000 because I did that. That's beneficial trust. Woo, I got off topic. Sorry. The business trust is for anyone who's making 1099 income. Again, I worked as a Medicare broker making a W-2 income, and I was doing real estate on the side. That's why I need the beneficial trust. My example today is kind of a fun example because this comes from a gentleman. This is a true story. His wife had contacted me on TikTok and asked where I lived. And I said, I'm on the East Coast. She goes, at 2 p.m. tomorrow, please call this phone number. Her husband was an independent truck driver, and he had a mandatory stop. He drives from Henderson, Nevada to California and back all the time. Because they live in Nevada, there's no state income taxes. He gets on the phone. He goes, what? And I'm like, your wife asked me to talk to you. We know each other from TikTok. He's like, oh, no. So when I told him how much he could be saving in federal income taxes for 2024, he's like, that's amazing. And I told him about my affiliate program. Every time he stops at a truck stop, he goes around and tells everybody who asks if they're independent truck drivers. The client I'm talking about today, he's married. He lives in just outside Tucson, Arizona. He files jointly. He and his wife are at 24% tax bracket. See, they started in 2025, and now in 2026, they're going to save for the entire year of 2026 $55,241. He can put this back into his truck, pay off his truck. He can buy diesel fuel. He can pay off his mortgage. He can buy a new vehicle. He can take his family on a well-deserved vacation. They have 2 children. He can start college funds for his kids. They can give to their favorite charity, or they can save for retirement. It's his money to do with what he wants. Now, how this breaks down, this is 2024 numbers, but he told me he made $265,000 in 1099 income. So he saved money in 2025. For 2026, he's going to save $48,796 in federal income taxes. And on top of that, an additional $6,625 in Arizona state income taxes. If I remember correctly, Arizona is 2.5%. For the full year, he saves $55,241. If he starts this in June, again, I don't remember when he started, I think it was July of 2025. If he starts this in June, he would save $4,618 in June. In July, he would save $4,618. In August, he would save $4,618. And again in September, again in October, November, and December. When 2027 rolls around, he'll not have to pay any federal or state income taxes in 2027, and so on, and so on, and so on. Worst case scenario, his great-great-grandson, this goes from generation to generation, saving taxes. His great-great-grandson in 2099 decides he's crazy, and he cancels the EIN number, employee identification number for the trust, and cancels the trust. Why? I don't know. This goes from generation to generation. The truck driver is going to leave a legacy. The great-great-grandson is responsible for any taxes saved in 2099 he will have to pay. Anything that was saved in 2026, 2027, 2030, 2045, 2055, 2080, 2090, all of that will never have to be paid back. It's an amazing thing. Now, I don't care if you have the business trust or the beneficial trust, you're going to save in 4 very important ways. You're going to save both federal and state income taxes yearly and no longer and leave a legacy. Number 2, you're going to keep your information 100% private. This is on the federal level, and we tell you, please be smart and shut down all your LLCs, S Corps, and C Corps. That's on the state level. Anyone can go online to the Secretary of State or the Corporation Commission and research your information 24/7, either by your name or by the name of their company. 40% of LLCs, S Corps, and C Corps get sued every year. That's playing Russian roulette. 60% don't, 40% do. That's insane. Talking about lawsuits, I can't stop you from being sued, but all lawsuits become frivolous and go away. We're talking about a truck driver right now. I do not wish him ill will, but if he has an accident and he hits a car, his insurance, his commercial insurance that the trust pays for, will probably go up. But they can't go after any of his other assets at all. And then the 4th way you save, if you're over 65 and on Medicare, it stops the IRMA surcharge on parts B and D of Medicare. I only have 2025 numbers right now because every October, the IRS goes back 2 years. So October 2026, they're going to check 1040 tax returns of 2024. Supercomputers are going to add everything together. How much you're getting from Social Security, how much you're getting from pensions, how much you're getting in wages. Did you do a 401k withdrawal, a SEP withdrawal? You have capital gains, interest income taxes, dividend income taxes, rental income taxes, or royalty income taxes. For 2025, if you're single and make more than $106,000, or if you're married and make more than $212,000, you're going to pay a premium on parts B and D. This truck driver from Arizona, he and his wife are not 65 years old yet, but if he continues driving when he's 65, they would have to pay the surcharge. But now that they have the business trust, they won't have to pay that surcharge. I know this sounds too good to be true. If you want to find out how much you could be saving in taxes, please set up a free 30-minute tax breakthrough session with me at www.thetrustisyou.com/scheduling. It's a free conversation. I send you the information. When you decide it's right for you to start, I'll send you the contract and you'll pay me. When you become a private client of the law firm that was started 76 years ago by a Harvard law professor, now his grandson and great-grandson run the law firm, they will give you a certification saying if you get questioned by the IRS, they will defend you free of charge. They have 5 trust attorneys on staff, and in 76 years, not a single trust has ever been audited. One trust only, was questioned by a senior IRS agent who went down to Texas, spent 5 hours in the boardroom. He approved the trust. 2 weeks later, he sends an unsolicited letter back to Benson Financial Trust saying how he approved it. If you need a copy of that, leave me your email. I'll send you we call it the Myers letter. He retired from the IRS after 27 years. He became an affiliate like I do. He went through all the people he questioned and audited and everything else and told them about the Spendthrift Trust. He's now retired from the law firm. I can't tell you how many trusts he sold, but he's retiring very, very well. So again, the IRS, if you're a financial planner or your CPA says, ooh, the IRS wrote a memo. Yes, they did. On August 9th of 2018, the IRS wrote a memo. It's 15 pages long. Don't let them just give you a little blurb about it. Ask for the entire memo because on every single page at the bottom it says, this is not tax information. Very important, 15 pages long. You can Google this memo if you want to, so you can read it yourself. The IRS wrote a memo saying they do not like IRS Tax Code 643B. They do not like the irrevocable, complex, discretionary, non-grantor spendthrift trust. That's okay. That's their opinion. My opinion, the worst vegetable in the world are lima beans. You can't swallow them whole because they get stuck in your throat. You can't stab them with your fork because they go skittering around your plate. You have to put them in your mouth and chew them. Yuck. My mom loved them and we used to get them like twice a month and she knew it was my favorite vegetable. Only Congress can change the tax code. I don't know about you, but Congress doesn't seem to be doing very much. Poor TSA agents didn't get paid for 9 weeks. I don't know how they survive. How do you buy food? How do you buy gas? How do you pay for your electricity, your mortgage, or anything else? I feel sorry for those TSA agents. My brother, who was a Secret Service agent, who's now retired, went through two government shutdowns, and they had 5 kids. It was difficult for them. So the Congress, too many presidents, too many senators, too many Congress people, the people who have their super funds, who put all this money into their campaigns, they know the secret of the rich. Regular people, like my truck driver from Arizona, he had no idea he could be saving 5 figures in taxes every single year. When he started this trust last year, his first comment to me was, "Can I pay for my diesel fuel?" I'm like, "Yes, you can. You're going to open up a new bank account. We'll get him a new EIN. He's going to open up a new bank account, get a new routing number, new account number. The bank he goes to is going to give him a debit card that has that is attached to the new EIN for his business Spendthrift Trust. He's going to get paid. His 1099 income is going to go into that new bank account. And when he's at a truck stop, he'll use that debit card to pay for gas. He can build business credit on the trust. I get a Dun& Bradstreet number. There's a name for it, and I don't remember what it is. Now, he's also now affiliate of mine, and he's telling other truck drivers. Truck drivers talk to each other. This is amazing. I never knew I would have so many clients for independent truck drivers. I cannot help W-2 income earners. Your paycheck, the taxes are taken out before you get it. But if you have a side hustle, that's usually in 1099 income. Please set a free 30-minute tax breakthrough session with me so you can see how much you're saving in taxes. Thanks for watching my video. Have a beautiful day.